I'll tell you this much, Mark. Coach Cristobal seems to be the same guy. I mean, there's plenty of interviews you can hear. He says some of the same things. Okay, he's understands some great media training, and I don't necessarily think it's coach talk or coach speak. I think it is who he is at his core. You know, he talks about how swag is not of the chopping out the mouth. It's not about tweeting. It's not about props. It's not about any of that stuff. It's about the work and the high level of preparation. And that being from elite coaches and elite players doing that, and then there's the elite product that you put out on the field. Then you come out with your chest and your brash and you talk a lot of trash because you know that you have been prepared to the highest level and that you are better than the man in front of you and you're going to beat him. And then once you get done and we're at a high enough score, the guy behind you is going to come on the field and do the exact same thing. And Miami is a ways away from that. And that's what Coach Cristobal's, he mainly just summed that up. Is that, swag is a byproduct of all of that. And back then we didn't have a name for it, but now people have associated this name, swag. And in so many other years, it's been a bunch of falsehood. And, it's just like Texas, when that one game versus Notre Dame and that reporter goes, and Texas is back. They proceeded to go 7-5 that year. But it is what it is. People thought the U is back and we go out there 10-3 and it was pretty good. But with 3 straight losses to almost all your quality opponents, didn't have the best look. And you look at what happened in 18, 19, and we just kind of been going on a downward spiral from there. But the main thing Coach Cristobal was really talking about is getting to work and understanding that we have a lot of work to do as a program. And although he's confident in our players and confident in what we're going to bring to the table from a staff-wise and all those kind of things, at the end of the day, we have to go out there and rent is due in September. So we're going to have to go out there and prove all of it. And, he's been open and honest about ducking and dodging all of the quotes. And, people asked him about the 0-1 Canes and how close are you to that? And how close are you to Ohio State and Georgia? They're trying to trap him in these kind of questions. And he's just like, no, we're far away from that. We got a lot of work to do before we even in conversation with those kind of teams. And he's like, I'm not going to give you anything that makes him tweet about me saying that the Miami coach thinks he's on par with blah, blah, blah. And that's good, because it's true. We are far away from that. And Mark, if we hop on here in January 1st, Miami is 11-1 and won the ACC, and we were last year's Michigan. That's different. That means we went out there on the football field and we proved it. But there's nothing that I can say sitting right here. There's nothing that he can say in Charlotte that's going to just warp us to being in that spot. You have to go out there, put the work in, and kick ass when a chance gets an opportunity to do so on the football field. It's just that simple.
And that's exactly where I was as soon as you said that, was even if he's thinking in his mind, I think we can get there this year. I think we can be that kind of team that's going to jump up. Why make a statement about it now? Nothing's been proven. Mm-hmm. You can't prove it right this second. You got to go out there and continue to work and, feel confident about your team, feel good about what you've got, but keep working and do it. And then say, there you go. We pulled it off, instead of making all these outlandish predictions to say, we're going to do this and we're going to do that and we're going to do this. Well,
and the other thing I like about it is he's had some great media training, because he doesn't just give coach speak, and he's not just talking to his players through the media, and he's not just avoiding stupid answers. He's doing all of that simultaneously while still being himself and saying, yes, I'm confident in my players, and we're going to fight you, and we're going to grit and all that kind of stuff. But he's also not like, well, we have a lot of work to do. We're going to play hard. The most important team on the schedule is Bethune-Cookman because it's the first game. He didn't give any of that. And, they talked to him about his playing days and how exciting it was. And how does it feel to be back home and be at Miami and, drive past your old high school, all those kind of things. It's important. And I'm happy for him to be able to experience that, because he's been my guy, the one guy I wanted for a long, long time. And now he's here and he's our head coach. And I'm excited.